Let's talk about the recent election. Mr. Harper won a majority now.
Yes, he did.
And what is your expectation? Continuation of the same policies, even-handed, or is it going to be a more pro-American agenda, do you think?
Well, my concern is that it could well be a more pro-American agenda. I've been told that he has not been totally revealing as to sort of his plans, because it wouldn't have basically helped in his election campaign. But now, as you know, in a parliamentary system, he has an absolute majority. I mean, he and his party can do as they see fit. So we'll wait and see. I mean, I have some liberal friends that are extremely concerned about what could happen. Mm-hmm. I'm prepared just to wait and see. But he is sort of from the right-wing side. This isn't the progressive conservative party we had for years and years in Canada. This is a much more reactionary, right-wing type of conservatism. I don't know if it's at the Tea Party stage, but it's pretty right-wing.
Is there that kind of underlying, let's say, questioning about the political system in Canada that you see with the Tea Party in the United States?
Absolutely not. I mean, Canadians are far more even-handed and egalitarian.
Because the economy is better up there as well?
I guess to some extent, but it's in areas is weakening, and I think you saw the response in the NDP which is the Socialist Party,
right,
got more than twice as many seats as they've ever garnered in history. I mean, this was really an earth-shattering election by Canadian standards, in the sense that the Liberals, who have been the consensus party in Canada for over a century, really got hammered. They got 19% of the popular vote. I mean, that's unheard of. Mm-hmm. And so there is change afoot. Yeah. And it's the polarization. You see, because you've got a more arch-right conservative party, and you've got the NDP coming on, left-right, which is the problem that the United States is suffering from. I've never seen polarization like that that's in the United States today. It's terrifying.
Is there an inclination in Canada to monetize deficits like there is in the United States?
No, they haven't had to yet. I mean, I think in the event that push came to shove, I suspect we would probably follow the same route. Like, some people are critical. Those that think our dollar is far too high from an economic perspective in terms of our manufacturing industries, that we should be monetizing more aggressively, because we're not, and the U.S. is. That's one of the reasons driving our dollar up.
Right.
But I'm from the more, I guess, school that's not going to solve any problems. I mean, in the end, if you choose to monetize, you're going to choose hyperinflation, and that, to me, is the most destructive condition in the human economic sphere.
If the dollar hyperinflates, what's that going to do to Canada?
Well, we can't escape the economy. I mean, we're eventually going to have to go along.
The U.S. and Canada are tied at the hip.
Absolutely. I mean, the percentage of our activity that is done, across border, and just our proximity and our shared culture, et cetera, like, I mean, if they really get into difficulty, we're kidding ourselves that we think that Canada can avoid some of the worst ramifications.
Okay. Yeah, any last words for the people who are going to be viewing this video about?
No, the only last word, I guess I sound like a broken record because I've been saying it for years, is that you must take any of these violent corrective phases in gold and silver as a buying opportunity, until such time as we've reached the top of the bull market. And I think that's years and thousands of dollars away in gold, hundreds of dollars away conceivably in silver. And just relax and be very careful with leverage, because if you're trying to be a smart guy with leverage in this field, you can get hurt, because the big boys can really move the prices around.
John, thank you very much. It's been a real pleasure.
It's always a pleasure chatting, James.